college football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. It'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. RPO complete to open the drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Wheeler. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Sooners are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Smashes through the tackle. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up, and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Both of these teams right on the fringe of the top 25. This is a type of game that can help you earn some respect.
Absolutely. I mean, both these teams sitting right outside the top 25 have a great opportunity to get a good quality win and start to build momentum early in this season and see what kind of squad you're going to have, Palmer.
Both of these teams just want respect. They've worked so hard all offseason, all season up to this point to try to get that number beside their name. And this is the game. If you win it, you're going to get it.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner! The offense cashing it in on that drive. You want to make gets it going early, that is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn, from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Makes the grab. It's Coleman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Look at that, just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Once you start they get down here towards the goal line, it's so... difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Firing to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference day here.
And now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the single back. Picks up the first down. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room. It's up. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Sooners lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. A strike downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line.
He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Here's a heat. Starting to feel a little pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Connection to the right. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Might be calling a hot route. To the air. It's Mateer. Makes the grab. It's on. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Wheeler. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
The snap sets up to throw. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Mateer. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. Quick spin on the run. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Looking to scramble. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chain. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end of the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown Sooners! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. He breaks the tackle, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the Tigers are flying down the field. Dropping back, it's Knight. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and he can pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Looking downfield on first down. Now improvising. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And back-to-back sacks. You want 2 sacks in a game, that's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it, couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got a man, it's Simmons. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Mateer buying some time. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Running to Green. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Simmons. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want
touchdown Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick completion to the right. It's a running room. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sategna. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. The kick is on its way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. will get things started on this drive from the 24. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the safety back in the middle of the field. You see his range and the speed. He's able to close on the ball and then knock it away. Nice play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Using his feet to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And this is a big third down for this offense. Man, I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
To waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Massive score. Massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy. Nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fires to the wideout. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. A fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.